effectively vanquishing one of the greatest bodybuilders in Dexter Jackson, who's got an Olympia and 9 Arnold Classic titles. Sean Roden, who was last year's first runner-up. So we saw this man coming a year ago, and now it looks like he's arrived. As far as I'm concerned, it's the best he's been on this Olympia stage, and he's going to be looking for his just desserts by the time this night is over.
Well, there's certainly no design, Sean, no denying, as you just mentioned, this is the best version of Big Ramy we have ever seen. When you start talking about the comparison between Phil Heath, it's going to open up a whole whirlwind of controversy when this event is over, regardless of who wins. If it goes to Phil, if it goes to Ramy, this is your classic apples versus oranges comparison. These two guys have very little in common in terms of their physiques, but they both brought it this year. But the question is, who's got the goods to kind of get it over the top? Because some people feel that Phil Heath may have left that door cracked a little bit open.
He certainly did, and of course from the back, Phil Heath closes that door, and he will be focusing on those back shots, because from the front, Big Ramy is undeniably B-I-G big, and I know all too often the comparison, Dan, of apples and oranges. This is going to come down to what the judges decide to do with the direction of professional bodybuilding, as Ramy's got a very strong case to walk off with a Sandow trophy, and I don't think you're going to hear a lot of boos if that should happen. Right now, let's enjoy this beast of a man from the East. Good Lord. The delts, the quads, the small waist, the abs, the pecs. I mean, Ramy has done his business, and not to be outdone, he was working with legendary trainer Big Chris Cormier, who's graced this stage many times, as high as 3rd place back in 1999. Chris Cormier came into the camp through Bader Budai and Oxygen Gym and the Camel Crew. So Big Ramy right now is starting to feel a little bit more confidence as he hears the remarks from last night.
And you're seeing, and they love him here in the U.S., they love him in Vegas, and this is the guy who has started to develop that swagger. He showed up here a couple years ago, was a little timid. It wasn't the same guy that you're seeing tonight. He's here to take this title. He feels like he's done the work. He feels like he's got the structure, the package, the overall look to bring home a Sandow trophy, to bring a Sandow trophy back to Oxygen Gym all the way over in Kuwait. It would be an historic achievement if he were able to pull it off. And based on the crowd response, I think there's a few people in this building that might think that it's the outcome that could play out.
Yeah, and the last time they had a Sandow trophy anywhere in the vicinity of Kuwait, it was the Lion from Lebanon, Samir Banu, in 1983. And that Sandow trophy has traveled around the world. Of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger representing Austria, Sergio Oliva, Cuba, Franco Colombo, Italy, Dorian Yates from England. This would be a big feather in his cap if he could take this trophy.